You know what, that's a bad look. We're not gonna worry about that. Okay, you're a brand owner in 2020 and it's been an absolute shit show. It's chaos out there. But there is one thing that's definitely been consistent, and that's video. Video's on the come up, and if you're a brand that's worth a damn, you're definitely starting to make it, and you're starting to make more of it, and you probably want better of it, right? Okay, it's probably not the best way to word it, but you get what I'm saying. So yesterday we did a video shoot for this new brand AXIX. It's not really new, but we're rebranding it and going in a totally different direction with it. And I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk with you about, you know, prepping for videos and making sure that you're ready to go and you got a good storyline set for when you do shoot video content. So the first thing you want to look for, you want to make sure you get your intention down, right? Because that's driving this whole video and the whole storyline. What are you trying to achieve with this video? What are your goals and metrics? And will this video get you there, right? For this brand, AXIX, again, we're trying to rebrand it. We're trying to push it into a different direction, and we're kind of trying to show that we're done with the old, out with the old, in with the new, okay? So first thing you want to look for is make sure you get your intention down. The second thing you're going to look at is the emotional response that you're eliciting. Do you want them to feel sad from it? Do you want them to be excited? Do you want them to be hyped up, right? A lot of times it's not so much the design, but more of what the message is, right? You could have just a super simple design on a t-shirt or whatever you're selling, and if the emotional response in the story, the message, everything that you're putting out there is awesome, people are going to buy into it, right? You're going to get them hyped up, you're going to make them feel a certain way, and they're going to want to be a part of that, and they're going to want to support you and just really live that whole, those brand ethos that you're now creating, right? So first two things, come up with your intention, create the emotion, and from there, come up with a title. So even if your video doesn't necessarily need a title, you're not going to put it anywhere, it's good for you to have because it kind of guides, it keeps you on track, right? You're going to be able to look back on the intentions, the emotional response that you're trying to elicit, and the title, and that'll kind of guide you whether or not, like, okay, this is a usable shot and I should run with it, or, hey guys, this doesn't really fit our storyline, right? So intentions, emotional response, and create a title for yourself. Next, you want to create a storyboard. So that's what we did for AXIX yesterday, and this is literally for just like a 30 to 45 second clip that's introducing the rebranding of AXIX. And what we did here was pretty much broke it up into, you know, you have your beginning, middle, and an end scene, right? And we just put up notes. This is super rudimentary. That drawing is, you know, whatever. It's just to get your ideas out there and get it kind of down on paper, take a picture of it, bring it with you, and now, you know, the whole day yesterday during the shoot, I'm like looking at that picture, zooming in on it and be like, oh yeah, we want that shot, right? So for the opening scene, we're prepping in the dark. It's like, what scenes, what shots did I want? Like, oh yeah, I wanted the doors opening and closing. I wanted bags zipping up. You know, I wanted all of that up close. I wanted tailgate closing, engine lights coming on, the keys turning, you know? So yeah, make sure you just have these notes in writing somewhere that you can refer back to. You know, obviously you want to have that intention written down, the emotional response, and the title. And the storyboard should all be kind of like parlayed into, is parlay the right word? Who knows? Not an English major. It should all fit in line with your intentions and your emotional response, right? And the title, of course. Said that a million times now. Okay, so what all this is just coming up with an action plan and then sticking to it. You know, you want to be prepared for everything. Do you know where you're shooting? I hope you do, right? That's an obvious one. You know who you're shooting with, again, should be obvious. What time are you shooting at? Are there any restrictions in the area? What's the weather going to be like? All these little things that are very obvious after the fact, you don't necessarily always think of beforehand. Like yesterday, we had to go in an area where Border Patrol, we had to get the okay from Border Patrol to be like, yeah, we can use these trails because you're not supposed to, but we didn't know that. That would have sucked had we gotten there and then be like, no guys, you can't be shooting here. And really just be prepared for shooting anything and everything that you think may fit in with the storyline. You may not think this certain prop is needed. Bring it anyways if you can, because if you get the shot and you don't need it, worst case scenario, it's just a piece of content for later, or you just ditch it, right? So this is what it looks like before you want to shoot any sort of video content. I highly recommend you come up with your intention, your emotional response, and a title. That's really going to guide you in the right direction and getting a video that you're happy with and that your audience resonates with, and that ultimately gets people to be, buy into your message and your whole story. Anyways, so I hope that helps you prep for your next video or even photo shoot. Remember, you want to decide on the intention, determine the emotional response, and create a title for yourself. That's really going to help the story stay cohesive and not be so random come shoot day. That's the last thing you want. You want it to all go as smooth as possible. And if you want to check out the actual video, go follow AXIX Clothing on Instagram. I'll put the link below, and you can see that there in the near future. That's all I got. See ya. Thanks for tuning in.